Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another episode of Gone Home. In the last episode we continued exploring our house and learned a bit more about our sister Sam and her relationship with her friend Lonnie. Today, we learned about a secret passage in the library. So let's go check that out right now. I had a feeling that there was going to be something in here because it was weird that this room was just empty. But yeah, here's look at all this. Really old stuff. Ghost Hunters, House Investigation Log. Hidden compartments found 3. Library, upstairs, hall, and the foyer. Evidence of supernatural discovered 0. So, let's see. Hidden compartments marked on map. So let's go check those out, actually. Sounds like one is over here somewhere. Show flyer, the Misfits.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous? After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Let's see. There's one in the foyer over here. Yeah. Second combo scrap. Half of Sam's locker combo add to backpack. Heaven at the edge of the world. Private, do not read. The Green Glacier. Allegra and her scouting party peered down the warily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves and the perch high in the forest branches. Mere feet away, sunlight shone brightly off the inner ice walls of the glacial basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. First mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung in the balance. "We have to hurry!" Her party followed behind, moving quietly as it breezed through the greenery. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" She saw the Queen Amazonian up on the pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted, "No!" and flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. The first mate screamed as she fell toward the water, then splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. But then, from the vat, something began to emerge, a head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's, then the shoulders and sleeves of his coat soaking wet. As the figure stood and the water poured down, Allegra saw that the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all, in fact. What looked back at her with the eyes, the face, the hair, and the hands and body of a woman, still in the first mate's clothes. Still the first mate, she spoke in a soft, clear voice. "Captain?" The Amazonian queen said, "She is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt, and her crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, "That's the love of my life, and you can't have her." And the last one was upstairs, I think. Assuming the last one has the other half of the locker combination. Okay, it's up over there. It's the Ouija board. Second combo scrap. Hello. Hello, who are you? Oscar. What do you want to combat? Okay, let's, No, this isn't the... I'm trying to remember if this was around the end of the game, and now there was more. 051. Turn... First number, turn right 3 times. Turn left once. Okay, let's see if it makes us do that whole thing. No. 051. Okay. A key. Basement key.
Lonnie came over today, but everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Basement's the other direction. I like the music changing. Or there being music now. So now we take this to the basement. And then she kissed me. Oh, the music was part of that journal. That's interesting. Yeah, but like the whole Psycho House thing was kind of a red herring for the story. Sam and Lonnie.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and it was also weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad to not be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Very cordially yours, your close friend and confident, Lonnie D. Dear Ms. DeSoto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate. Following the aforementioned meal with my parents, your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciate the time I spent with your grandmother, who is a lovely woman with a sterling taste and refined air. Let's do it again, same time next year, shall we? Indeed, Madam Samantha L. Greenbrier, Esquire. Anything else now? Oh, there's the furnace. It's the evil furnace. Hey, Lamp, how you doing down here? Not well, it seems. Dear Samantha Greenbrier, I would like to congratulate you on your acceptance to the career writing track of the Reed College Summer Program. Based on the portfolio, we're also pleased to offer you financial aid to cover 75% of tuition and fees. Yay.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Richard Greenbrier, PhD. So now she's wondering, was this all just a fling? It's one of Granddad's books. Joyce, A Complete Understanding. Okay, their grandfather was apparently some big old hotshot fancy pants. 14K gold heart pendant, 2 halves, customized with up to 10 letters. So they're looking into having that for themselves. One Dad's book with something stuck to it. From the desk of Richard Greenbrier, PhD. Dear Terence, thank you for sending me a long copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a momentous occasion. I read it this afternoon. I certainly recognize my son, the subject matter. Author's work is an externalization of that which he holds dear and that which he fears. In this respect, I believe your work was successful, but the lens through which the personal shown was needlessly clouded by genre cliches and implausible dimestone science fiction deus ex machina. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal that is publication, and rest assured that readers of your chosen genre will lap up copies hungrily, but I urge you to shed artifice. You can do better. With a father's love and encouragement, Richard Greenbrier, PhD. Oh, so he's the big old successful dad. He's like, oh, good job, son. Monday, March 3rd. Massan's Pharmacy Soda Fountain welcomes Boone County youngsters. The cheers of Goodfellow High School students were rosy today as cheeks, I guess, as each and every last one stepped up to the newly christened soda fountain at Oscar Massan's Pharmacy downtown, following many months of renovations, including a brand new dispenser to mix fizzy water with any number of flavored syrups and a glass-topped ice cream case from which to scoop to Heart's Delight. Mr. Massan, a long, well-loved figure on the main street, looked overjoyed to welcome the throng of young people. The first sweet served up to the crowd. Chocolate sundae to Tara Greenbrier, age 8, favorite nephew of Mr. Massan. Oh, Mr. Massan was the psycho, right? Question mark. I think that's mom's citizenship stuff. July 20th, 1972, court having found Janice of Connolly's Greenbrier, then residing in intensive permanent reside in the United States, naturalized. Congratulations. This is a very large basement. Newspaper clipping, Boone County Register, 1965. The Massan's Pharmacy changes hands. Shoppers of Main Street were surprised at the announcement Massan's Pharmacy would change ownership for the first time since opened 10 years ago. Rumors swirled that the sudden sale of pharmacy was transacted for a song. When asked about speculation that the deal had been signed for as little as $1, Mr. Samuel Onstein, Oscar Massan's longtime assistant, now proprietor, told the register, specifics will remain between myself and Mr. Massan. Mr. Massan has taken sick and is unavailable for comment. Massan's Pharmacy is still located in Main Street, but under new management. There's a secret passage over there. We'll check that out in just a moment. Where does this go? This is a big floor plan. Okay, we don't have the combination for that either. Oh, it doesn't work. Great. We'll come back to that in a moment. Another cassette. Girl Scout. Self. X-ray specs. Yolanda DeSoto, care of Hector and Mara DeSoto. Miss Samantha Greenbrier, USA! Roar! Dear Sam, so happy you like the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I knew you'd be able to tell. You'd love Mexico. I think probably. Nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them, and I think of them together, out there in the wilderness together, and start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together again. I haven't done a good job, okay? But I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got me the day before we start driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We have to spend so much time together in the dark room. To amor, Lonnie. Any other scraps or anything here? Girl Scout, band formerly known as Cub Scout. Role model authority, main squeeze telling stories, instruction, first made self, Girl Scout. And denial.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so... They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie.
1 second.
There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, you didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl. But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Yeah, what was the other one that I cut off? Adjusting to the dark?
At Todd's brother's place after the
No.
show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it.
Ship day? No, that was...
I'm so stupid sometimes.
I can sing, that's what it was.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now, and I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
So I missed this on my first playthrough, but when you open up the passageway under here, it's a little piece of paper with 196.3, which is actually the safe combination. So when you go over here, remember I was saying before how the Massan's pharmacy thing is a psycho house thing is a red herring. It's just a side story. It's another side story that I missed. But yeah, we got hydrogen peroxide, cigarette, other things, some syringes. Oscar Massan returned to Sender Mary Greenbrier, Olympia, Washington. Dear sister, I write what shall be my last appeal to go unanswered one way or the other. I feel a prisoner as on an island with no jailer, no human soul for commune, only my one mind examining itself, endlessly searching for relief. In the years since transgression I have sought no absolution, only bare forgiveness. In good faith I have removed myself from all temptation, sacrificed to prove my commitment however I can imagine. Since mother's passing I have yearned for nothing more than... I'll extend that. Since mother's passing, I've yearned for nothing more than the acknowledgement of my own kin, to be treated as human again, to breathe the air of human spirit once more. By grace, even a wretch like me could be saved, but I do not expect it. If not responses received, I shall henceforth accept my sentence, and one day simply cease to be. With a brother's love always, Oscar Massan. So something happened. I mean, he must have done something. It's the psycho house. Maybe he killed somebody. I don't know, which is why he had to sell really fast. But yeah, he just kind of became a hermit over here. These syringes and coils and stuff. It's weird. Okay, there's a lot of secret passages here. Costumes, skeletons, devils, cheerleaders, smells like Team Spirit video, one girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy. The Psycho House Girl. The cool stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number one, everyone in the whole thinks you don't know it. They're looking at you and whispering as you walk past because I guess they haven't heard of peripheral. That's a lie to mom and dad situation, but it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real awesome. Everyone was moving together like one huge tide of sound. God, what? That was in the game. That scared the bejesus out of me. What do we have here? Captain A. This almost looks like Full Metal Alchemist characters. This one's for you, Grossman. Heavens to Betsy, Bratmobile girls to the front, kicking against the patriarchy, heard enough, had enough. The great good fellow ride of 95. Woman outlaws. This is so you runs things around this joint. She's tougher than a wild Mustang. No female's gonna tell me, yeah! Of course there's a cassette. Where's my cassette player? There. Pizza time. Dear Ms. Greenbrier, appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change our mind on this matter. Understand that Ms. DeSoto is a friend of yours. The fact of the matter is she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward and there's been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there's no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention to yourself, which I believe is what you claimed began this whole incident in the first place.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Okay, well this is unlocked now, so let's go. Salon Josephine, client's name Jan Greenbrier. Wow, salons are expensive. Jeez. Froth, music and culture. Textbook en español. House promotion. Dear Head Conservation Greenbrier, due to your exemplary management, the Flynn Rock prescribed a burn operation and the services need for experienced personnel, I'd like to offer your position of Regional Conservation Manager Director. You would no longer be the Flint National Forest, instead you'd be working the Regional Management Office, 128 Bullhorn Road. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and when she is home she takes it on you, like because you're not a member of the family she knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. It's okay, I know she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up my mom like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being totally serious. My mom's a psycho Christian. Her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? No.
Katie, you know how Mom and Dad are. Not exactly super open-minded about things. It feels like every minute I don't spend with Lonnie, I spend worrying about them finding out about us. And what would happen if they did? You know Dad's joke about the nunnery that he'd tell whenever he brought boys around the old house? I wonder where he'd want to send me.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, Civic Auditorium, February 23rd, 1995. So our parents were fans of that. Sam, the skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico. It was like $3 American. I love it. Merry Christmas. Miss you. Treasure it always. That was the skull we found in the hall entrance hallway. Mom's purse. Manual for Forestry Research and Education. Hi Jan, got 2 tickets to Earth, Wind, and Fire on Thursday. My girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. So it leaves me with an extra ticket. I thought you might be interested. More fun than clearing bush in the freezing rain, right? Oh, so our mom went with her friend. I thought maybe our parents went together, but no. Anything in here? No. There's the zine again. This one's a little bit more colored in. That's cute. Samantha, principal's office, referred to my mouth as distributing inappropriate material on school grounds. Sam, since your first day here sat this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so we're absolutely clear. You're grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges and from using your car for anything but going to and from school. We understand what you're going through, but we can't allow you to continue this kind of behavior at school. Clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on a course. This won't happen again.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
First off, congratulations. Janice Greenbar, Regional Director. I say congratulations. Come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Call him back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing yet with our favorite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. Sound like you're reading a lot into an instant night out, but you sure there's something there? You said he's an out-of-town girlfriend. You sure they're not serious? Okay. So we have to figure out when we'll see each other next in person. Enough with the letters. I would congratulate Margarita, boss lady, soon. Oh boy, so is our mom cheating on dad with the hunky new don't give up on this, honey. Accidental warrior. Hunky new Ranger Rick. Where are we right now? This is, yeah, it's just out over here. Okay. Kitchen. Bratmobile, some special. Accidental savior. Oh, did he get it republished? It seems like it's under a different publisher this time. Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Blair request to honor your presence. The manager of their daughter, Helen Margaret, to Mr. Richard Morris Pattermack, Sunday, 4th of June, 1995. Where's the... June 6th. What was this? June 4th. Okay, so it was a couple days ago. I'm sorry. Nope. Put that over here for now. Yay! Sam's schedule working at Crown Burger in Bethel Road. Let's open up the fridge. Anything good to eat? What is this? Frozen spinach. More frozen spinach. Veggies. 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 Fish sticks. Fish sticks. Ice cream. Veggies. Nothing. Really nothing else. Nothing in the drawer there. Nothing in the drawer there. Fine, I'll close the freezer door. Banana. Yeah, I don't see anything particularly. Milk. Milk. Use by today. Oh. I was kind of hoping it would. That's not going to close now. Be nice. Except for the soda. The soda's staying out. Cutting board. Knife. Haha! Dishwasher. I don't think we're gonna find anything interesting in the dishwasher, but I'm checking anyway. It's a red cup in there. Microwave. It wasn't me, it was a poltergeist that did all this. Someone's been half building our kitchen, it seems. A lot of pizzas, meaning that they haven't been cooking for themselves. Katie comes home this month. We'll call with exact day. Anniversary trip, is that where they are? Maybe? Rick's wedding is crossed off. Can't make it, send regrets. Katie comes home. Okay, I'm sorry. Congratulations on your position. Having received your formal acceptance letter, I'll congratulate you on your position. Neat. She accepted. Anything else interesting here? Not really. Hippos. Tuna dinner. Vanilla cake mix. Doesn't seem like there's anything. There's got to be something interesting in here, though, no? Grab bag, cans, more salad dressing. I guess not.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. For some reason, I almost believed him.
Where does this lead? No idea. Seems like some sort of gardening thing. The Accidental Pariah. Yeah, this is a reprint. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, first let me say I hope this missive finds you well. Hell, it feels like a goddamn miracle that it finds you at all. Did you know how long we've been trying to track you down? Worry not, we aren't the feds, the men in black, or any other sort of creepy fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. Unknown Dimensions, what you might call a specialist publishing house who traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles type of out there mass marketing shunning visionary expression that refuses to be taken on anything but its own terms. We've had unparalleled runs since our inception 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ or zombie-like timeless works, such as N. Bestman's Message of the Snakeman, It's Inside Me by Jens Keller, and Emil Krieger's oft-banned Venusian Flesh Traders. Ever since we discovered tattered copies of your Accidental series at a church rummage sale in Long Branch, New Jersey, we've been trying to track down the author of this weird and dark American outsider art. John Russell, mild man, insurance agent by day, reckless history revising sociopath by night, is the twisted peacekeeper that modern suburban America deserves. It is our mission to bring him back to life. We want your permission to reprint the work since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago. We want to supply a new foreword to the book to appear in brand new editions of The Accidental Savior and The Accidental Pariah, to be introduced by Unknown Dimension as a limited run and marketed directly to our highly discerning customer base. We look forward to embarking with you and to thrusting your work screaming back into the sweating palms of an unsuspecting American public. It's about time. Okay. Yeah, so I was right about that. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3rd to 7th. We'll be camping in the gorge. We'll give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still in renovation. Never could trust a contractor. $40 on the table or a pizza I'll work on. That explains where they are then. Is this one of... I guess it's one of her heads.
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country, the other side of the world. My mind, can't process it. That she's really going to be gone. Just gone.
Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so I'll have to run the whole house till you leave. Imagine actually spending a night in my room instead of sneaking to our usual spot in the attic. Not the attic doesn't have its musty allure, but my bedroom's warmer. Sam, we should defile your parents' bed while they're gone. That'll show them. Lonnie, you're gross. Never change. Okay, well... So our parents, I guess, are out. There was some sort of power blip or something. I guess our parents are out on their anniversary. But we have a little bit more of the house to uncover before we go. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth 4 with Gone Home. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.